Hi there everyone, I hope everyone is staying safe and well. It's John here again with another video, and today I thought I would jump on the 2020 vinyl tag that was set up by Andrew from Tales from the Crate. I've seen lots of these on doing the rounds on YouTube, and some of them are absolutely fantastic, great collections. So I thought I'd give it a shot anyway. So it's 20 questions, and first question is a discovery in 2020. Now, this artist, well, he's been around for a long, long time, so, but I've never really gave him a listen. I kind of knew of him and I knew of his music. Of course, he's extremely popular and very famous. But I never really kind of listened to him up until kind of this year during lockdown. I started listening to a lot of his music, and he's just absolutely fabulous. I don't know how he went by me. And that is Neil Diamond. This is his latest released. This is Classic Diamonds, a fantastic album that he's done with the London Symphony Orchestra, and it sounds absolutely beautiful. But yeah, it's an artist I never really gave a kind of a listen to. But yeah, these songs like "Hello Again," "I'm a Believer," "Song Sung Blue," "Sweet Caroline," "You Don't Bring Me Flowers," just absolutely fantastic songs. He kind of slowed them down with this album, and kind of create a different kind of sound with them. But absolutely beautiful. So it's an artist. I've listened to a few of his albums now, and I'm kind of really kind of getting into his music. Yeah. So Neil Diamond. So he is one of my kind of latest finds. As such, another artist I'm listening to is a an artist called Denise Chilila, I think her name is. She's a rap artist, a kind of a Zambian Irish rapper, and she's absolutely fabulous. I think she's going to be very big. She's got some great stuff out. I've listened to, I don't have any albums on her at the moment, but I've been listening to her on Spotify, and she's absolutely fantastic. She released an EP there called Dual Citizenship, and Go Bravely, which was an LP she released last year, which is fabulous too. And rap music wouldn't generally be something I'd be into, but yeah, I really like her. She's kind of a different style, and she does kind of sings with other artists like Sharon Shannon, and really works. So great sound. Somebody definitely to look out for is Denise Chaela. Yeah, so definitely. She's another artist I've been listening to a lot. So next question is a quarantine buy. Well, I bought a good few albums during the lockdown, but this one here I listened to a lot, and this is Morrissey, and I'm a Poet. Now this was doing the rounds for a long time. This is kind of a more of a semi kind of official release, but it's been a bootleg now for many years. It's from his '92 tours. It's from the Colorado University Fieldhouse on October 1st, 1992. But great set list. Girl Most Likely to, November Spawn, The Monsters, Certain People I Know, Suede Head, We Hate It When Our Friends Become Successful, Every Day Is Like Sunday. Some great classics on it, and a great live album. Now, I have heard it before, but the sound quality on this is absolutely fantastic. So it's great to see this get kind of a more of a semi-official release. So it sounds great too. That's Morrissey. Next question is an LP you want to find in 2021. Well, in 2021, there's the new James Bond soundtrack coming out, which has all the kind of all the Bond songs from the early years right up to the latest release, No Time to Die, with oh, I can't think of her name, the latest girl who sang it, and it has all the other songs too. I have one on CD, but this is going to be I think it's going to be limited edition too. It's going to be released on a gold vinyl. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that coming out. I think it's April that's coming out. It'll have Shirley Bassey, of course, Wings, Paul McCartney, the Live and Let Die song, and Madonna, and all the classics are on it. All the Bond songs, right up from Doctor No, right all the way up to the latest release. So I'm looking forward to that coming out. I think it's a three-piece album. It's either a double album or a triple album. Yep. A box set. Well, I'm going to show this one, and this is Elvis Presley. This was released a couple of years ago, The Wonder of You, and it's with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Now, he's done another one too. He had another album out prior to this that he done with the London Philharmonic Orchestra too, and also a Christmas album, which both albums I have also. But this is absolutely fantastic. It has all the songs, and they're all revamped, and they're all absolutely fantastic. This box set has the album and the CD, and also has a poster and a booklet in it too. But it sounds absolutely fantastic. I really like this. All the kind of popular songs. I just can't help believing. Love Letters is on it. Amazing Grace. The Wonder of You, of course. Always on My Mind. Memories. Let It Be. Just a fantastic box set to have. Yep. So I'll just give a quick look. Of course, you get the album in it, double album, which is fantastic, and you get the CD as well. And a beautiful booklet comes with it as well as a poster. So yeah, fantastic. The London Philharmonic Orchestra have done, they've worked with the Carpenters too, and they've done an album, Roy Orbison's hits as well, and the Carpenters hits as well. I think they've done Rod Stewart as well, but yeah, and that's a poster also comes with it as well. So, that's great. So that's a box set. So next up, a concept album, and the first one that springs to mind is this one here, because I absolutely adore this album. This is Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick. Jethro Tull, all Tull fans will know the story. This was the young lad disqualified, and all the songs go into each other explaining how he was disqualified, and it's just an absolutely fantastic album. Concept album, brilliant album. Very fond of that album, yeah. So that's Jethro Tull, all about the lad, Gerald Bostock. Yeah, Thick as a Brick, Jethro Tull. Next up is an album where an artist or a band changed direction. Well, I've gone with In Excess, and this is Welcome to Wherever You Are from 1992. The albums prior, the big albums, used to say, the big hit albums was Kick and X, which Kick was released in 87 and then X was released in 1990. But they were extremely commercial albums, and they kind of really, they became like massive, especially over here and in the States, obviously, but in Europe they were absolutely massive, almost all of a sudden. But their albums prior to Kick and X, Listen Like Thieves and The Swing, and even earlier Shabusha Bar, and I actually prefer those albums more so than the commercial albums. Now, Kick is a great album. It has all the hits like Need You Tonight, Devil Inside, New Sensation, and X has Suicide, Blonde and Disappear, The Stairs, Bit of Tears. But this album is just absolutely fantastic. They totally changed direction, just cut back totally their sound, kind of a grungy feel to this album. But the only downfall about this album is, even though I loved it and I thought it was a fantastic direction they were taking, they were doing smaller gigs. They kind of went back to kind of playing pub kind of clubs and stuff, as like they used to play in their earlier days. At the time, you see, 92, Britpop was coming in the scene then, and you had Oasis and you had Blur and all sorts of other bands coming in. Even from the States, we had Nirvana coming on the scene, which were becoming very popular as well. So primarily, this album was really their downfall. And after this album, when Dirty Hearts, I think it's called, their next album, Full Moon, Dirty Hearts, and the album Elegantly Wasted, then they really just fizzled away. So yeah, and it's very misfortunate. Poor Michael Hutchins, who lost his life, well, took his own life in the late 97, I think it was. So yeah, but this is a fantastic album. It has some great songs on it, like Heaven Sent, Communication, Not Enough Time, just brilliant, just an absolutely fantastic sound. This is actually my favourite album by In Excess. Yeah, it was great to see them change from that commercial sound to this. So yeah, definitely changed direction with that album. Next up is a white label promo. I have a few white label promos, but I'm going to show this one, and this is Bob Dylan's MTV Unplugged. I have this one many years, and this is an album, I get a lot of mixed reviews about this album, but I actually quite like this album, MTV Unplugged by Dylan. Yeah, it's a demonstration, not for sale copy. So yeah, that's Bob Dylan. It's a double album. Two album piece. Yep. But this has some great songs on it, like the brilliant John Brown is on this fantastic version of that. Times the Era Change, Desolation Row, Dignity, which was released on the back of actually this album. And the beautiful Shooting Star opens up with the fantastic Tombstone Blues. But yeah, that's Bob Dylan's MTV Unplugged. Next up, we have a compilation, well, more kind of a greatest hits I'm going to show here. And this is an album I'm listening to. This only came out then 2020. This is the Guns N' Roses greatest hits. Fantastic, every song on this. I love Guns N' Roses. Just think they're an absolutely fantastic band. And this has all the big hits on it, of course. Welcome to the Jungle, Sweet Child of Mine, Patience, Paradise City, The Brilliant Civil War, You Could Be Mine from the Terminator film, Terminator 2 film, November Rain, brilliant November Rain, and Live and Let Die, which the cover version, of course, of the Wings song. Yesterday's Symphony for the Devil, also Stones cover. But I absolutely love this album. I've been playing this album to death. Yep, so that's Guns N' Roses. And this is on a beautiful, I think it's a marble coloured type album. Or vinyl, I should say. Oops, it should come. Actually, it's not. It's more kind of a, if you can see that there, kind of a goldy kind of splatter type album. Yep. So that's Guns N' Roses there with their greatest hits. Next up is an album that tells a story. Well, I have to go with this one. And this is the brilliant box set, the brilliant Bowie reality three-piece album. I was at this gig, very fortunate to be at the 2 Point show, Point Depot show gigs. And just two best nights of my life. They were because they were absolutely fantastic shows. I've spoken about these shows before. I can't praise them enough. And it's great to see the album released and to think I was at that particular show. It's on DVD as well, but fantastic, yeah. So the brilliant reality. Now, next up, an album that needs a vinyl pressing. Well, I'm going again with Bowie, and this is the Brothers of Bowie. This is an unofficial release that was released about 4 or 5 years ago. This album is totally underrated. It's just an absolutely fantastic album, and it has some absolutely brilliant songs. Brothers of Bowie, Section of the Church, this brilliant Strangers When We Meet, Untitled #1, but it's been rumoured a long time to be released, and there's rumours that it's going to be appearing in the next David Bowie box set, but I don't think it's going to be in the box set because it is primarily a soundtrack. And Bowie always praised this album and reckons it's some of his best work came from this album, alongside with Diamond Dogs and Low, which were two of his favourite albums, and Outside as well. But yeah, it's just a fantastic album, and it really does need a vinyl press. And it was released at its time of release in 1993, I think, only in Brazil. But the copies, like, you could be talking $400-500, pounds, euros for it. It's crazy money. But this definitely needs, and probably will get a vinyl release. It's probably to do with copyright and stuff. It's probably why it's not been released. But yeah, it definitely needs to see the light of day on vinyl again. Yeah, but again, this is a unofficial release. Okay. Also, I think Morrissey's You Are the Quarry could do with being released as well, which is a fantastic album. That was released in very limited amounts back in 2004. Just a fantastic album, one of my favourite albums by Morrissey. So that could do with a reissue, a re-release as well. And also Duran Duran's Thank You, which is a covers album. Duran Duran covering people like Elvis Costello and the Attractions, covering Bob Dylan's Lay Lady Lay, White Lines, another great song. Success by Iggy Pop. It's just a fantastic, and they do a Zeppelin cover as well. I'm surprised that never got another vinyl release. Again, you can get them on Discogs online, but you're talking again €300-400, so it's crazy money for them. So that was rumored to be released for Record Store Day last year and the year before. So whether it will be released is remains to be seen. So hopefully it does. As with Morrissey, I'd love to see that be released. I think it probably will in time though. And I remember at the time in 2004 when I was going, actually HMV they were still there at the time. When I went in to buy it, I was looking at the CD and the vinyl, and I picked up the CD and bought the CD. I raging I didn't buy the vinyl now, but sure, it's the way it goes. I wasn't really back into vinyl then anyway, so, and people were still buying CDs around then anyway, so yep, that's the way it goes. Okay, so an album that needs a number 11 is a common album and an uncommon album. Right, a common album is U2's The Joshua Tree. Massive album in 1987. Has the massive hits With or Without You, Where the Streets Have No Name, the brilliant I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. Every song, even though they're the three main hits from the album, every song on this album could have been a hit. There's no bad song on this album, no filler. It's an absolute masterpiece. So, yep, U2 at their finest. So this album here. Next up is a uncommon album. I'm going to go with this one, and this is Mike Oldfield's A Return to Tubular Bells. And the reason why I'm going to go with this is I felt when this was released there, I think it was 2018, about 2 years ago, or was it 2017? It just didn't get promoted. Nothing was heard about it. I thought it was kind of, oh, Mike Oldfield is releasing a return to Amadon, and Amadon is one of Mike Oldfield's absolute masterpieces, one of his finest pieces of work. It's just a fantastic album, and it's not as good, obviously, as Amadon, the original, but it's the sound, it has reflections to Amadon, and it's an absolutely fantastic album, and it really, really should have been promoted more. Maybe it's because Mike Oldfield, obviously, he doesn't tour anymore, and it was kind of took a backseat at there, but this is a fantastic album, and I just feel that it should have got more praise, and you don't hear a lot about it. I've actually spoken to Mike Oldfield fans. I said, what do you think of A Return to Amadon? They don't even know anything about it, didn't even know it was released. So yeah, there you go. A Return to Amadon. So next up is an EP. This again is from 2020, and this is Imelda May, Slip of the Tongue. It's a 10-inch kind of EP, and this is a poetry album. So it's kind of 10 songs, well, not songs, it's more poetry, but it's fantastic. It's all about life, death, and everything in between, basically, during lockdown. So just very, just fantastic piece, and I think it's on a blue, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. Imelda May is absolutely fantastic. Very fond of Imelda May's music, and this was kind of a change in the direction for her, but it sounds great and it works well, and yeah, there we go. Next up we have a girl group. No, I could have went with, I like lots of girls groups, the Bangles, of course, Heart, oh, there's so many, even bands, the Supremes, but I've gone with, again, getting back to kind of a nostalgic thing, I've gone with Bananarama, and the reason why I've gone with Bananarama is I grew up kind of listening to them, and I've always had a soft spot for them. This is a live album, a three-piece album, live in London, Hammersmith Apollo, and it spans all the hits, and it was a concert done about 2 or 3 years ago when it was the original lineup. You had Karen Woodward, you had Sarah Dillon, and Siobhan Fay, of course, of Shakespeare's Sister fame as well. So it was the original lineup, and they do all the hits as such. Nathan Jones, Robert De Niro's Waiting, Rogue Justice, Preacher Man's I Can't Help It, Want You Back, the Big Venus song, of course, massive hit for them. And It Ain't What You Do, of course, with the Fun Boy Tree, Love and First Degree. It's just an absolutely fantastic album, fantastic sound of this album. So I'm very fortunate again to see, I've seen Bananarama live many times. But yeah, great album. So they've always kind of been one of my favourite girl groups as such. And next up we have an album cover you love. And I've gone with kind of an obvious one here, because this album cover, I always remember when I was a kid, just absolutely loving it. And been kind of, before I even knew what vinyl was, been very young. And I remember seeing it in the record shops, looking in windows and stuff. And thinking to myself, what is that? And it's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's just an absolutely fascinating cover. I love this cover. Of course, you have the Beatles on the cover, of course, and but all the icons in the back, Dylan, of course, Muhammad Ali, Oscar Wilde, to name but a few, Marilyn Monroe. It's just a fantastic cover, and lots of people love it, and so many artists have kind of took it off as well. So yeah, has to be that. But I also like Iron Maiden's covers with all the kind of the monsters on the front of all their albums too, and the way they kind of they have them. I just think Iron Maiden's album covers are brilliant too, but I'm not really an Iron Maiden fan. I just love the album covers. Next up, a girl group, an album cover you love. 15 is an album you listen to the most. I had to go onto Spotify for this because there's so many albums I listen to, a broad range of albums, but for 2020, it kind of was Diamond Dogs. Bowie's Diamond Dogs, but I listened to Liam Gallagher's solo album, his latest work too, and I listened to a lot of Oasis too, so it's kind of very mixed. But this is saying that Spotify says that I listen to Diamond Dogs the most, so I'll go along with this. So yeah, fantastic album, of course, Bowie's 74 album, the Diamond Dogs album. Next up is a number 16, an album you need to get a original copy of. Again, that would be going back to Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick, because the original album cover had a newspaper kind that fit out kind of like a real newspaper that you could read all about the songs, and all the lyrics were in it as well. So definitely, I would love to get that. It's a great prog album, Thick as a Brick. So I'm always praising that album because I love. But although I love a lot of other Jethro Tull albums as well, I have to say. But I'd love to have that on original. Yeah, I seen it there a few years ago, second hand. I think it was at a car boot sale, but it hadn't got the paper attached to it, so I didn't get it. The last album you purchased, the last time I purchased with my own cash, because I did get other albums too, but they were Christmas presents and stuff. So, but the last album I purchased myself was the Best of Suede, the Beautiful Ones, 92 to 2018, and I think this is on a clear vinyl, if I'm not mistaken. Fantastic album. It's a greatest hits album. I think it was released for Record Store Day. No, I didn't get it on Record Store Day. I got it after Record Store Day was still around. Yeah, it's on a clear vinyl there. Beautiful piece. And it has all the kind of big hits on it as well, which is great. Yeah, the Beautiful Ones, Trash, Animal Nitrate, Saturday Night, Electricity. Yep, so that's Suede, Beautiful Ones, great band Suede. Now, an album they don't get, which is number 18. An album they don't get, I feel, would be, this is Gavin Friday, singer from Dublin, used to be with the punk band The Virgin Prunes. This album this was his first album, first solo album, I should say, that was released in '89. But this is a fantastic album, and it has some absolutely fantastic songs on it. Songs like Each Man Kills the Thing He Loves, Telltale Heart, Apologia, Rags to Riches, Next, which of course was done by Scott Walker as well. But it's just a fantastic, he's a very underrated artist, Gavin Friday. His lyrics and his songs are absolutely brilliant, but you never hear anything about this album, and I just think it's an absolutely fantastic album. And I listen to quite a lot also. Yep, so that's Gavin Friday's Each Man Kills the Thing He Loves. Now, an album they don't get, that's done, a punk album. Right, so, well, punk albums. I'm not a huge punk fan, I have to say. Now, I do like the Pistols, Sex Pistols, Ramones, of course, Iggy and the Stooges, Iggy's early stuff. The Clash, I don't mind some of their stuff as well. But I've gone with the Pistols, The Great Rock and Roll Swindle here. Kill Bambi, of course, on the back. I could show Nevermind the Bollocks, but lots of show Nevermind the Bollocks on the tag anyway, so just for variety, I thought I'd show that one. And another punk album I'm going to show also is The Virgin Prunes, which of course Gavin Friday was lead singer of. And this is the Hidden Lie live album, which this is from their last live gig that they done in Paris. So this is an album I like a lot too. Great stuff. Now, and the last question is favourite 2020 reissue. And that has got to be, without doubt, the latest Pink Floyd album. Live album, I should say, the latest release, I should say, not latest album, but latest release as such. And this is The Delicate Sound of Thunder that's been remixed from the original master tapes. It's a 3-piece album. It's on a heavyweight 100-gram vinyl. 23 songs, and it includes 9 songs that didn't appear actually on the original release. And the sound quality behind this album is absolutely fantastic, and it has so many songs on it that weren't on the original release as well. So it's brilliant. Songs like what's here now? Terminal Frost is on it. A New Machine Part 1, New Machine Part 2, which weren't on the original pressing. Welcome to the Machine, or Just One Slip is also on it as well, of course. An absolutely fantastic album, a brilliant album. I got this for a Christmas present, and I've played it quite a few times, and it just sounds absolutely phenomenal. And it's great to have all the songs from the actual concert itself. So delighted with that, and that is without doubt my favorite 2020 reissue. So that's it. So that's my 20. So I hope I didn't bore you too much. I hope you enjoyed that. That's great. So thanks so much to Andrew from Tales from the Crate, who has a brilliant channel, of course. And thanks everyone for watching. And I'll be back with another video soon. So for now, just take care of yourselves and stay safe.